Update: am I the asshole for going to work for a few days to teach my husband a lesson? About a month ago, I made a post asking if I was the asshole for going to work to teach my husband a lesson. Here is the original post. In the days that followed that post, I read the comments and messages from everyone here. Seriously, thank you guys, gave me a ton to think about. I told my husband that I wanted to separate, not a divorce, as I wanted to try therapy before making that decision. That I didn't feel like he appreciated what I do every single day. I also said that he needed to get into therapy if he wanted to have a chance to save our marriage. We could go together or separately. But, I already had an appointment set for myself. The kids and I are staying with a friend who I do pay some rent to. As well as I clean up and help her in her little shop when she needs it. I have the kids the majority of the time. While he's at work, the kids are with me. 3 nights a week the kids will go with him, usually Thursday, Friday and Saturday nights depending on his work schedule. We have been to 2 virtual therapy sessions with a marriage counselor. He is also seeing a counselor on his own, as am I. In the weeks since the post, I have seen a difference in how my husband speaks and acts towards me. Whether it stays is another matter. He wasn't always the angry, ungrateful man that was portrayed in my previous post. There was a time when he actually showed he appreciated the things I did and would never say hurtful things to me. I'm not sure when it all began to change and when I began to believe it was okay, the things he said and how he acted. We both have a long road to get back to normal. I do hope it's with him. But, I'll be okay if it's not. I do love my husband and I want to go home to him. A few mutual friends that know the full story of what's going on with husband and I, texted me to tell me they have noticed a change in his behavior as well. One pointed out that he's not drinking like he used to. But he's not wanting to go home either. According to this friend, my husband complains that it's too quiet at home. That it doesn't feel like home. Good for you, Op. Good for you. Hopefully this will show him to not take you and your super mom skills for granted anymore. I hope that this stays, and you can go back to a happy marriage, and that you spoke to the attorney just in case anything went south. Edit. A letter. You are rebuilding the boundaries this man once completely trampled on. Good for you, and also good for him for attempting to change his behavior. I hope that he does come around. However, if he doesn't, please keep protecting your boundaries. As the mother of his children, you do not deserve to be disrespected, especially with all that you do. I wish you guys the best. Hugs, my dear. I'm glad to hear you stood up for yourself and that he heard it and wants to change for the better. I didn't realize he was drinking so much at the time of your original post, but perhaps Al-Anon might also be a good resource for you. But I also have faith in your ability to do the best thing for yourself and your family, as you've already proven. And I wish you nothing but the best in whatever your future holds. That's a good sign that he doesn't like the thought of being home alone. Hopefully it'll motivate him to really put in an effort to save this marriage. Thank you for the update, Op. I'm very glad to hear you guys are working together to understand and listen to each other better. Wish you and your husband the best of luck. Of course it doesn't feel like home. You're not there doing everything now. I hope he realizes what a jerk he was when he did that. And also how stupid his logic was. I hope he admits that and things improve. But if not, then hey, good for you for trying. You seem like a cool, hard-working person. Hope things work out. I remember your original post. And I must commend you on stepping away. It takes a lot to step away with the willingness to return and fix things. It's probably more than I would have been willing to do. I hope everything turns out well, and this really is a nice update to hear. I hope you continue to heal. Thank you for the update. I'm sorry that your life has changed so much in such a short amount of time, but I'm glad that things seem to be moving forward. Any movement forward is better than sitting still in sadness. I read back to your original post, then read this post. Good for you. Not only are you a strong woman, you are a great example to your children. I'm happy to see your husband is getting help and realizes that you made that house a home. We all go through times that are challenging in our relationships. It's not easy, but you were quick to resolve in a reasonable way that allows you and him time to identify, address and heal. You gave your relationship choices and I applaud you. Keep up the good fight. It's too easy to quit. I hope it works out and you can stay married, as long as it's healthy. Know that if the relationship changes divorce, that it is still working out. It will be okay. I remember your op and I really hope you come out of this hard time feeling amazing, whether as an amazing married woman or an amazing single woman. Please remember to look for consistency and sustainability. When you're called out and your life is shaken up, it's easy to get in gear and change short term. Your husband needs to show that this will be his long-term behavior. It's going to take him responding respectfully and supportively to life's ups and downs and hurdles over time. Edit. Thanks for the rocket like you, AQSW Def RTG. I think it's a really good sign he was willing to do individual counseling as well as marriage counseling. So many people won't even do that. If this isn't who he's always been, there is hope that this can be corrected and turned around, but you're right, he needs to show long-term changes and put in the work. I remember your original post. Happy to see that you're changing your situation for the better. Good luck with everything. I am glad you are doing something for you. Do you feel better and that a burden has been lifted? This may be hard to muddle through, but you can do it. Just wondering, but how come he wasn't the one to move out of the house? Great update. It's hard to stand up for ourselves sometimes, especially when things aren't that bad, but it wasn't what you or your children deserved. Keep working on you, and if your husband keeps improving himself, then this may work out awesomely for everyone involved. I think sometimes stress, job, kids, lack of sleep, money, just life make people change how they interact and how they operate. I don't think most people notice it in themselves or the ones around them until it's gotten significantly different. Sometimes people just need a kick in the butt wake-up call to make them realize the good things they have going for them, and how they're negatively affecting those around them. It sounds like he's taking all the right steps to fix things and wants to make those changes, so that's great. Glad you called him out on it, and I hope you hold him to it and he continues to make that progress for your family. Either he is really changing or luring you in with bait and will go back once you're home. I wish you the best of luck with this. Hope everything works out. Good to hear things are improving. The last two sentences really hit home with me. It would be depressing to just come home to a quiet house each day. My kid is a toddler, so they are usually into something. Read your last post. You made the right decision and hopefully this behavior stays and you guys can be in a happy, healthy relationship again. Thank you for the update, Op. I'm so glad you were able to take action for yourself and your family. Best wishes for a happy future. Your last few sentences about how your husband doesn't want to go to the house cause it doesn't feel like home has made me legit cry for the first time in over a year. I can't fully explain why, but it has made me rethink a few things suddenly and appreciate the people in my life more. Thank you so much for this update, Op. Make sure you get some fun no school nights with the kids too. Keep us updated. I hope you both can work on yourselves and be a family again. But he's not wanting to go home either. According to this friend, my husband complains that it's too quiet at home. That it doesn't feel like home. It sounds like he misses his family. Thank you for taking the time to share, Op. I know others in similar situations will feel inspired and empowered reading this. You took control of your future with strength and grace. I wish only the best for you, wherever your path may lead. I'm so happy for you. I'm glad you didn't rush to divorce, but gave him and yourself a chance to try to change. You have a lot more patience than I would have had in that situation. I really hope your husband changes his behavior and will start respecting your contributions to the family. Good luck, Op. Truly rooting for you. Oof, the house being too quiet kinda hurt my heart, but honestly maybe he will learn to appreciate you and the kids now that you're not there. That's great news, Op. That it doesn't feel like home. Oof, that gotta hurt a lot. That's a great update, Op. Sometimes people need a wake-up call because they take things for granted. Hopefully your husband will step up now that he knows his family can survive without him just fine. You know, I hope it actually works out and he appreciates you and changes for good. Op, if you are still reading, please do not move home before 6 months has passed to see if he can stick to the changes. Anyone can be good for a little while. Haven't heard a terrible situation handled so freaking well before this. You are how I aspire to be, Op. Great things are coming your way. Op, this sounds like a good so far outcome for your situation. I hope things continue to change in positive ways. Wow, he absolutely shat on you, but you remained so strong. I have so much respect for your strength in getting out and looking out for yourself and the kids obviously. Op, you are amazing. Managing the schedule you do, the fact you have a baby you've gotten to consistently nap at the same time 3 to 4 hours. I work with babies. This is no small feat, paying rent, seeing therapists within a month of the suggestion being made. You're on your shit and props to you for it. Hope your husband steps up, and sticks to it, because you deserve nothing less than amazing too. Definitely give it some time. Anyone can put on an act for a short period of time. If he is truly sorry for what he has done and shows it after this time period, do what you feel is right. Whether it is you guys getting back together or completely ending it. You are taking all the correct steps to give your relationship a fighting chance. Good luck to you. Good luck, Op. You are a great person. But be careful, people don't change that fast. Maybe he is. I hope so. Just give it more time. I wish my dad could make the same realization your husband did. Sad face. He's a dickhead and I wish he could realize that. I'm glad you're going to individual and couples counseling. P.S. Husbands can get postpartum depression too. Honestly, so happy to see this update. I was really mad reading the last one knowing that you did not deserve to be treated that way. You sound like a strong, level-headed woman and I'm happy you said something and now are trying to work it out. Well done. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are working it out. It is nicer to see him actually making an effort. We don't usually see that on this sub. Hooray for progress and the journey to a happier life. I'm glad he's feeling what his bad behavior and attitude brought. Him not wanting to go home because it doesn't feel like it without you and the kids is a good sign. I hope things can continue to progress and y'all get to a healthier phase in your relationship marriage. You are an inspiration, Op. You stayed up when most people would have chosen to lie down and you should be so proud. Looking back on that post, I'm filled with joy at this resolution. Good for you. I'm glad you had the strength to make that change, and I'm really happy for you that your husband is taking it for the kick in the pants it's meant is to reevaluate his behavior. Hope everything works out for you. Thanks for the update, Op, and good for you. Good for you, Op. It's not easy to leave, even if it's temporary. I'm glad your husband is showing you, even through other people, that he's remorseful. My only worry for you is that it's temporary because he realizes how easy he has it with you. I've been in a similar situation and the change only lasted so long. Think about you and your happiness above his change, and trust your instinct if you move back home. And definitely don't move back home until you are comfortable doing so. I'm so glad you took steps to re-establish boundaries and made him understand that, in order to have a relationship with you, he needs to treat you with kindness and respect. Best wishes for a truly changed man. You deserve it. I am happy for you. I am a big fan of therapy in general. Hopefully things get better, either through getting back together or separating, and he sticks with the therapy. Having people to talk to is really good.